Oh, it's Rick Taylor.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Big Mike. It's BigMike Time from the 414. Big shout out to Rap Drive. Let's get it.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Rick Taylor back with another episode of the Rap Draft. I got my dog Big Mike with me, man. What's going on?
What's going on, Rick? What's up, man?
Not much, man. Here on the Rap Draft, we like to interview artists of all kinds, whether you're a comedian or a rapper, producer, an actor, whatever you do, this is the platform for you. So basically on this show, we like to give the fans and people who don't know you more insight on who you is and what you do. And with that being said, my first question for you is, where was you born and raised?
Man, shit, I was born and raised in the 414, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. For sure.
Now, growing up in Milwaukee, like, what was life like as a child growing up?
Man, I was reckless, man. I moved out of my mama's crib when I was like 14, 15 years old. You know, was in the streets. You know, I grew up on 14th and Atkinson, you know, living with my granddad. So, you know, my granddad gave me the freedom to do what I want to do. So, man, it wasn't that bad, you know, growing up, you know, in the city, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, growing up, I know it was like a lot of bashes and stuff like that. Like, I used to see you like, well, I wasn't really going to bashes, but I heard of your name a lot and people knew who you was. Like, what was that whole era like?
Oh, man, it was amazing, man. You know, back in the day, you know, I threw the biggest bashes, you know, the biggest events, dance awards, skating events, movie nights, lock-ins, you name it. Like, over 1,000 people came out to my events in the city, so it was a wonderful time because, you know, people had shit to do. You get what I'm saying? Especially after the parties and traffic going crazy. You know, we had a good time. So, yeah, man, it's different now, but back in the day, it was definitely a time to be living in the 414 for real.
Yeah, most definitely, man, like that between like 2008 to 2011, all that, man, like the bashes, the music was different, the dancing scene.
Hell yeah.
Now it's like, it's kind of still here, but it's not how it used to be. You see what I'm saying?
That shit is not how it used to be, man.
all.
Ain't nobody doing it how I did it back in the day, dog. I'm telling you, man, like, I got footage, you know. If you know, you know. The shit was lit, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
Right. Now, what made you want to get into throwing bashes and stuff back then?
Because back in the day, I used to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? So when I was an artist, I realized, man, I'm paying to perform. And it's cool, but I'm only on stage for like 5 minutes after my song get done. You know what I'm saying? So I started realizing, like, man, the person who's throwing the event, who put on those showcases, they getting paid a lot of money for everybody that come, and they also get to be on stage as long as they want to be on stage. Right. You get what I'm saying? So I said, I gotta tap into that, you know. So I started throwing events, and I started getting a lot of money, and my face started being seen more than just 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I got into it, man, for the money and the exposure, for real.
All right. Well, it did a good job because a lot of people was talking about your bashes and a lot of stuff was going on, so you did good, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
For the people who want to know, who is Big Mike?
Big Mike, man, all around entertaining, man. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a producer, I'm a content creator, I'm a father. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's me all day, every day.
Right. And after meeting you, like I noticed how humble you is. Like you ain't like a lot of other people who probably be big headed or when they get all the fame and like the type of you know what I'm saying, like views and the fame you got. A lot of people tend to get big headed, but you still remain humble.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I remain humble. Like anybody who worked with me, you know what I'm saying. Before I got to the success I am today. They can call me anytime. I help them out with anything. You know, people know that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remain humble. I feel that's how you get blessed.
Right. Now, for the people who want to know is like, what or who inspired you to like get into the entertainment world and like what you do?
See, back in the day, people who know, you know, I used to be on YouTube before YouTube was like really popping. You know what I'm saying? So I used to watch people like Spoken Reasons, Deshaun Raw, a couple other YouTubers that was just getting money, you know what I'm saying, by just posting their content on YouTube. So, you know, I started doing the same thing on YouTube, and because they inspired me to start doing it. You know, I want to get money too, I want to get the views, so I started creating parodies and different little YouTube series on YouTube, like the Black Shore, you know, just a lot of things, you know, just to get my face out there, you know, and that was also a good time too. I was getting like millions of views, you know, on YouTube off those type of videos I was doing.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next question. Like the Black Shore,
Yeah,
it was like a black version of the Jersey Shore show back then. Like, what made y'all put that together?
Well, you know, my homeboy Jada, he ended up inboxing me, you know, and he said I had a lot of stuff going on, and he was just like, Big Mike, man, I want to work with you, you know. So I was like, hey, man, I'm going to give you an opportunity, you know. So we came together, you know, he came up with the idea with the Black Shore, you know, I got the cast together and stuff like that, and it was a hit, man. A lot of people in Milwaukee was watching the show, you know, they was familiar with our faces, and it was a good, you know, YouTube series for that era, for that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And speaking of, since we still on the film thing, you have a show called the Milwaukee Tales, which I featured in the episode.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Did a good job too.
Yeah, appreciate you for even you know, reaching out for me to do a role and stuff.
Yeah.
What made you, like, what inspired you to make that show?
Oh man, what inspired me to make the Milwaukee Tales, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I was doing this little viral thing that was getting attention around the world called "I'm gonna tell you like this," you know. And I know you probably got some questions about that, so I'm gonna wait to really dive into that. But I ended up losing my page, and when I got my page back, you know, I'm like, I gotta figure out something to do. And I was always good at like finding talent in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and working with new people. So I'm like, I love to write scripts, you know, so I'm finna get ready to start this show called the Milwaukee Tales. So when I started the Milwaukee Tales, I was able to reach out to a lot of people and get them to be a part of the show, to get my name back out here and my face back out here. And that's when my page started building up again on Facebook, because, you know, I got something going on in the city. Everybody want to be a part. Right. So that's the reason why I started the Milwaukee Tales, man, to be honest, just to really get my face back out here to tell some good stories and talk about the city, the 414 where we from. Because, you know, when you out of town, people be like, you from Milwaukee? They think it's nothing but like, you know, white people and, you know, farms and shit like that. So when I created the Milwaukee Tales, I wanted people outside of Milwaukee to really see what Milwaukee really about. Like, we got talent here. People don't understand that. We got a lot of talent in Milwaukee, but we always getting looked over. So the Milwaukee Tales was able to showcase that, from comedians, actors, singers, rappers. If you watch the Milwaukee Tales, you will see like Milwaukee really do got talent. You feel me?
Yeah. And speaking on that, it's like, I like the show because basically, like, it's telling different tales. Like, every episode is different. Yeah. And I'm eager to see like where the rest takes, like where the other seasons come in at. Would it be other seasons?
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Okay.
Right now, you know, I got the TikTok thing going on, which is beneficial financially. As you know, being a producer and a writer, you know, it take a lot of money and time. You know what I'm saying? So right now, the world changing. But at the end of the day, that's my passion. So most likely for sure, I'm gonna get back to, you know, writing scripts and telling more stories.
Right. Okay. Most definitely. Like, I can't wait to see where that takes it, because there's a lot of stories to be told.
Yeah.
And speaking still like in the entertainment entertainment field, excuse me, TikTok. Like, I see you be doing the baby mama skits, and stuff like that, and you went viral and stuff like that. Like, what led you to like start creating that TikTok like content?
So back to the Milwaukee Tales, we was actually about to go be shooting the Chicago Tales, to go work with some Chicago talent. But as we all know, back in 2012, around November, the end of the month of November, you know, it was like a stay-at-home order in Chicago, where like a lot of locations I had booked to shoot the Chicago Tales, I couldn't use anymore. You know, Chicago don't play. When it came down to that stay-at-home order, hey, you stay in your butt at home. Right. So that resorted me to get on TikTok. You know, people was like, Big Mike, you should get on TikTok, you should get on TikTok. So right. I finally got on TikTok, and when I was on TikTok, I grew to over like 500,000 followers in a month.
Wow.
Off my content, yeah. Baby mama and baby daddy drama. And it's crazy, everything I did in the city, which is a lot that we haven't even touched on in this interview, out of everything I did, man, it's crazy, like me being authentic, telling my true story about me having full custody of 2 kids, you know, which is hard and rare for a black man. That's what took me off. That's what got me. That's what made me TikTok famous. Like, I'm successful now off of TikTok by being authentic and telling my true story. And I just sit back and be like, oh, that's crazy. I did a lot of shit in Milwaukee. Like, my career, chasing my career for all these years, just trying to go hard to become successful. And by me being authentic, telling my real story on how I got full custody of 2 boys is what took it there for me. Like, man, that's amazing.
Sometimes you gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, show your truth, live your truth, and show your story and share your story with other people, because they can relate to it. Right. A lot of people can relate to that story. So I definitely get why it's doing what it's doing. It's like, people can relate to it.
Most definitely.
And That's dope, bro. Congratulations to
Thank
that,
you, man. Thank you, man.
For sure. Back in the day, I'm gonna take it back to the day. You was like a part, or you started this movement called Team Stop the Violence.
Oh, you did your research, dog.
Yeah, Team Stop the Violence. Like,
Yeah.
where did that come about?
Man, back in the day, you know, a lot of people don't know this, man. Shout out to a lot of activists out here like Frank Nitty Vaughn, Khalil Coleman, everybody who out here doing it. Them the first people names that popped in my head. But I was really out here, you know what I'm saying, out here marching with thousands of people and stuff like that. But what got me started with that was my little brother getting killed, you know what I'm saying, back in 2012 at an after set. And also my uncle got killed, you know what I'm saying. He got killed by a police officer. As you know, because you played the police officer who killed my uncle in Milwaukee Tales. But he got killed by a police officer named Monty from District 7, you know. And my grandma, she looked at me. She got dementia now, which is sad, but when she was, you know, in good health, she looked at me and said, "Hey, you got a radio show. You got a lot of people listening to you with this BigMike Time radio show. I want you to do something about it." And I said, "Grandma, I got you. I'm going to do something about it." You know, I love my grandma. So that's when I started spreading the word, spreading the awareness about what happened with my uncle when we had different rallies. And then I created Teens Stop the Violence, where teens can come, you know, be a part after school. You know, we come up with different ways to help make Milwaukee a better place. It was like a real life after school program. And remember, I'm young doing this, like around like 2021. People was looking up to me and everything. People around the world watching my positive videos and watching my team, you know, doing positive things, being featured, you know, on commercials or in the newspaper. Like, it was a good thing for Milwaukee. So yeah, man, that's how I came up with Team Stop the Violence, just to continue to do, you know, positive things in the community and also throw positive events. Like, a lot of bashes was sponsored by my organization, Team Stop the Violence, and it was definitely a good time. And I love to be able to do what I originally planned on doing. And right now, the way things going, I can possibly do that, which was always to come back and create a Team Stop the Violence community center dedicated to my grandma, you know what I'm saying, like I said, who got dementia now, and my little brother who got killed, my uncle who got killed by a police officer from District 7. So yeah.
I think that'll be dope, bro. Like, you definitely on the way, and the way you going, you'll definitely be able to do that. And that was dope that you did that back in the day, because not too many young people had the courage or even the mindset to want to do that, you know what I'm saying, without worrying about what somebody else going to feel about them, like, oh, you lame, you doing this and that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because, you know, a lot of people like to take up after that lifestyle of, like, being in the streets and stuff, but to have somebody like yourself at your age with that mindset to, like, try to make a change in the communities will always going to be dope.
Real talk, man, for sure.
Yeah. Now, my next question, man, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Oh yeah,
like,
I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't said that in a long time. Got that.
Yeah. So what did that come about, man? Because like, you got a lot of like good feedback and you got a lot of backlash. Like, what was that time like for you?
Man, I was low key another slump. Like, God always, like, this is why I believe, Rick, bro. If this your passion, can't nobody stop you from getting to where you got to go. It's going to always come back full circle. Right. And, you know, sometimes we have fallen into slumps. Like, if you're in a relationship and whatever case may be, which was my case, I was in a relationship. And during that time, it was like, we broke up. And I'm just like, damn, I got to get back doing what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I literally was just like, I pulled out the camera on some real shit. Like, I'm going to tell you like this. I can't remember the video, but it was on some real shit. Like, if she leave you, like, I'm just making up some shit right now because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it was on some shit where I was expressing my personal feelings on the camera. And at the end, I was like, remember that. And I just posted it and people liked it.
Right.
But I was being real. I was really going through some real life feelings at that time. So when I seen people liking it, I'm like, let me continue to say more positive messages. And you know what I'm saying? Right. So I started making more positive messages. Then it got to the point where girls started telling me their stories. And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, let me put you females up all game. I'm telling you like this. If you with that man, if you with that nigga, and he on some bullshit, leave his ass, sis. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, honestly, man, you got to cater to who fuck with you the most when it come down to this career, for your career. Like, I'm a marketer. I'm a promoter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm into marketing and I'm a promoter. So I realized, like, women was like watching my pages and sharing my shit. So if the women watching my shit, oh, I'm finna cater to y'all. I'm finna tell y'all what y'all want to hear. And they was sharing that shit and it blew up and I gained over 100,000 followers on Facebook.
Man, that's crazy because
Yeah.
I see by you doing them videos and putting women up on game. You was putting some men on game too back
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
But it started seeming like people thought you was taking a toll. Like, you know, you was basically taking a turn and just like trying to put them on blast and giving the girls like, you know, recognition. Not recognition, but just put them on game, and you feel like they was like, people felt like you was fucking their situations up.
Yeah, most definitely.
So you got a lot of backlash for that. Like,
Yeah.
what is the craziest, like, tell me like something about some of those backlashes. Like, what is the craziest things that you experienced around that time and like negative feedback that you got?
The craziest thing I saw, man, I can't remember the person's name, but the man screen recorded a video with my page and was like, report this man page, just how you report his page.
Yeah.
He made a video to get my page reported, dog. I'm just like, do y'all not know this is a character? This is, because during that time, that was my first time really seeing success outside of Milwaukee. I'm telling you, I travel a lot, so me going to Miami, people coming up to me, I'm going to tell you like this. I had shirts with my face on it with the slogan. I'm going to tell you like this. It's being sold out around the world. I'm literally, me and my manager, going to the post office every day shipping shirts. I'm going live for the first time, got 1,000 people on my live. I'm not used to this type of fame.
Right.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is it, you feel me? So it got to a point where it was like, damn, bro, like people really, like, niggas really mad out here, bro. It's just a character, bro. It's fake, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? That was all trolling on the internet, because I promise you, bro, no matter what you seen, whether it was good or bad, when people sent me in person, they wanted pictures. They wanted my shirt. I never had a person press me or come up to me like, "Oh, you that nigga from Facebook who telling my secret?" Like, it was all love, bro. I just think during that time, people wanted to get likes off my name. I was trending. So, you know, if you say some funny shit, you're going to get likes. If you support me, you're going to get likes. It was one of those situations, you feel me?
Right, because a lot of people was sending threats, want to fight you, like, I'm going to beat his ass. And
you'll be surprised hearing shit like that. You'll probably tread lightly, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be out here like that. But I promise to God, bro, every time I see any nigga, any female, it was like, what up, Big Mike? You know what I'm saying? Shaking up, want to take pictures, want to buy some merchandise. That's all it was, for real. But
crazy.
what killed me, though, was when my page actually got taken from me.
Yeah, that's when it stopped. That's when
it stopped. And it was like, dog, I did all this shit for no fucking reason, bro. You get what I'm saying? It's like you put all that hard work in. You got to remember, that was 100,000 followers on Facebook. So that was different during that time. It was like, damn, bro, I got 100,000 followers. Like, that was a big deal. Other comedians outside of Milwaukee wanted to work with me. I'm talking about the biggest comedians who got way more followers than me wanted to work with me, because it was like, damn, nigga, you popping. And then for you to just wake up one day and that shit just took it from you, and you got to go back to work, and you going back to work, and people like, oh, you that dude? I'm gonna tell you like this, dude. Oh, what up, Big Mike? I'm gonna tell you like this. Then it get to a point where it's just like, what's up, Mike?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's just Mike.
that shit make you feel weak. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, no, that was a depressing time, and that's when I came back with the Milwaukee Tales to get me back motivated. You feel me?
Well, you definitely had a good bounce back, bro, and you definitely still on your journey.
Yeah.
Like on your rise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you called to do. So keep it up, bro.
Thank you, bro.
For sure. A while back, also, I want to take it back to the past again.
Okay.
You was on the Steve Wilkos show.
Oh yeah, you took this too.
Yeah. How did that come about? Like, what made you get on the show?
Yeah, so like, there you have it, bro. You definitely did your homework, bro. Like, on some real life shit, man. Like, people who watch my content now, man, I'm at 1.4 million followers around the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a blessing, you know, from God, you know. And people be like, dog, is these skits, or is it real or is it fake? And I tell people, like, man, I'm reenacting these skits now. But in the beginning, when I got on TikTok, I was really doing videos based off my real life situation. So that goes to the Steve Wilkos shit. Like, I was really on Steve Wilkos getting a DNA test for my son. Because during that time, you know, I was wild, she was wild, and there was a lot of bullshit going on. So how I got on Steve Wilkos, it was a situation where my first baby mama, I literally flew to Texas, because that's where my son was born, to see my son. You get what I'm saying? And it was a big thing. I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but it was, they wouldn't let me see my fucking son. I paid all that money for no fucking reason. I'm talking about over $800 something to see my son, and I ain't see him in like a month. I'm like, let me see my son. Oh, you come see him, I get there, they bullshitting, playing games. I literally was in my hotel room, and you know, when you're watching the little shows like Steve Wilkos, Maury, or whatever, at the end of the show, if you're going through this, call this number. And what they said I was real life going through, I think it was like, if you want to get DNA tests, whatever, or some shit they said, call this number. I literally called the number, and a couple of weeks later, I ended up getting a call from Steve Wilkos, and they invited me to come out, and they realized what I was doing. During that time, I was doing YouTube heavy, and they seen I had a bunch of subscribers. They paid me a lot of money to go in there, you know what I'm saying? And it was a blessing because I got paid, and also I got to really find out if that was my son or not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up going on Steve Wilkos.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
And look how life worked now. I got full custody.
Right.
I wasn't able to see my son, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to go on Steve Wilkos to get proof that's my son. And now I got full custody of my son. Like, look how life worked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a blessing, my boy.
Sure.
Now, I see you got an up and coming movie role. Like, what's that going to be about?
I mean, I can't talk too much about that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got some things in the works. Y'all be able to find out soon. But it just go with the territory, man. Like I need people that's watching Rap Drive right now to realize this, man. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I grew up on 14th and Accent. I grew up in Berryland. I grew up all around Milwaukee. Like, I'm connected with everybody in every hood. Like, bro, I got 1.4 million followers from Milwaukee. That's a lot of people around the world that support my content, man. And when you got followers like that, you got endorsement deals coming. You got people that just want to work with you because they want to get their followers up. You got TV shows, commercials reaching out to you, movie roles reaching out to you because it's like, this man did it on his own. So that's what came with it, man, because I got a big following, man. I got big opportunities coming my way, and I just thank God for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
real,
dope, man.
for real. Like, it got to a point where, like, you Google my name on famousbirthdays.com, they got me on there. TikTok star. I'm established. You know what I'm saying? When you look up Big Mike, it's BigMike Time. TikTok star. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just a blessing for God, man. I thank God for everything that's going on in my life right now, man, for real.
That's dope, man. Congratulations. Keep going. Now, my final question for you is, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself on a movie or TV screen. I see myself with a big house in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and outside of Wisconsin. I see myself being me, remaining humble, helping as many people as I can to get to the level where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, you know, some people don't move like that. I done synced it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But me having all these followers, I still try to help people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been there before. It takes nothing to make a video with somebody who's just as passionate about the craft as you. You know what I'm saying? So I see myself still helping people. I see myself married, you know what I'm saying? I just see myself happy living my life with my boys.
Yeah, man, I can definitely see that for you. Well, you're on a good path, man. You're on the right path. You know, you stand on your grind. You got a head on your shoulders. You stand out the way. I don't ever hear about you getting into no trouble.
Yeah, most definitely.
All you do is just apply the pressure and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I definitely see you getting all that stuff that you want to get accomplished before 5 years.
For sure, man.
So I appreciate you for coming on the show, and good luck to your journey, my
man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Rap Drive. It's your boy Big Mike. It's BigMike Time. Y'all can catch me on every social media, Instagram, everything, man. Right. Let's get it. Right. 414.
Love.